Hello, my name is Niranjan Kunwar. I work as an education consultant. So 2 years ago, when One World Theatre put up the Laramie project, I reached out to different schools and colleges. So the way we designed the program was that we went to this school before they came to watch the play, and we did a pre-viewing lesson where we talked about the various issues and sensitized the students. And then after they watched the show, I went back again to the different classrooms and had the students talk about what they thought about the play and the different issues raised. They actually wrote reflections, not just about the LGBTI theme, but just about the experience of watching a play, going to a theater, and talking about how the issues are important in our society. So this time, for Laramie Project 10 years later, we've designed a similar educational program. So we've reached out to 6 different schools, new schools. One of the school colleges is the same, but 5 new schools, including government school students. And again, to sensitize them to the plight of the LGBTI individuals, and have them watch the play, and then we'll go back again to discuss what the students thought. We worked with students ranging from class 9 to college level, and in general I found 2 years ago that the younger students were more open-minded, and they were more open about asking questions or about things they weren't sure about. And some students, in their reflections 2 years ago, they also wrote that they now understand what being gay and lesbian means, and they are more empathetic. And some of them were openly curious, saying they still are openly confused, saying they didn't really understand still. So then we told them to go and find out more information, talk to their family and friends. I remember one girl, a class 9 student from 2 years ago, she was saying that she talked to her grandmother, and her grandmother said that this is against their religion, but then she didn't agree with the grandmother, and she asked the grandmother that she should go and watch the play to better understand. So I think theater and art in general could be a powerful medium to talk about difficult issues or various experiences. And this time we've just started the outreach. So I did one lesson with Yulen School yesterday, and we're doing 2 more lessons tomorrow and throughout next week. And we have 2 school shows next week, and we'll be going back to the schools after they view the play to talk about what they thought, and they'll again write reflections and stuff. For the pre-viewing lesson, we did a very general basic activity. So, I flashed statements to the students, and they had to decide whether they agreed with the statement, whether they disagreed, or whether they were not sure. And we obviously started with general statements like Kathmandu is a beautiful city. So then they either lined up in front of the sign that said, I agree, I disagree, or I'm not sure. And then some students were asked to explain their views. So I remember yesterday at ULENS, the students were saying that, Kathmandu has a rich culture and history. It's my hometown, so I think it's a beautiful city. Whereas some students thought it's really polluted, so it's not beautiful. And then those who were not sure, were thinking about both of these various factors. So, and then after the short discussion, they were given a chance to change their minds. So based on their friends' ideas, they could change their minds, and then they could switch to a different group. And so that was a general statement that everyone could relate to. The other statements were, black is pretty. And then gradually we led them to statements like, some people are naturally attracted to people from the same gender. So then they again grappled with that idea. And then there was one statement yesterday where I said, being gay is like having a disease. And interestingly, some people agreed with that, and the way they were thinking about that statement is, just like when you don't have a choice when you have a disease, And if you have a contagious disease, people might shun you, or you have to be quarantined. So in the same way, being gay or lesbian might also be like having a disease where people might, like, for various reasons, not want to hang out with you, or they might stay away from you. So in that sense, they agreed with the statement, but then they didn't agree that it's not like they were saying that being gay is a malady. Like, they knew that it wasn't, but just in terms of how it's conceived. So I think where students really get to think about all these issues, they get to listen to their friends, and hopefully they get to change their minds about preconceived notions and stuff. And after watching the play, I think writing about their experience, about the things they learned, the various, what they saw, how they felt, will also help them empathize with people who are different than they are. And obviously not to forget that, I'm pretty sure there are gay and lesbian students in these classrooms, and for them I think it'll be a very powerful experience and really important as well. Thank you.